Mr. Ed here. Today is January 21st, 2017, and we're, as you can tell, in the St. Ambrose Honey Hut. And what we're going to do today is try to extract some honey. When rocket scientist Steve and I were out in the St. Michael's yard in Bush last Saturday, we had 7 of our hives that died out down there. But there was a lot of honey. In fact, these are the boxes right here. There's a lot of honey in the boxes, so we took the boxes and brought it back up to the attic. And today we're going to go ahead and see if we can extract, see if I can extract them out. And the really thing is, I want to use our extractor. I've never used it before, and I want to see if we can use it today, see how it works. Before we get started on the actual processing of this little bit of honey, I want to do a product review of the extractor. And this extractor is made by Mann Lake. One of the first things that attracted me to this was the fact that the whole extractor is made out of 26 gauge stainless steel. On the bottom of it, you have a pump down here that actually augers out the honey as it's going through the tank. Let me show you this. You can this little piece of plastic I put in here. This 2-inch PVC actually fits right inside of it. So, and you can see the auger screw inside of that. And what happens is that as the honey is being spun out and it's settling in the bottom, this pump, which is a 1 horsepower pump, then augers all the wax, the honey, everything out of the extractor. The motors are 220, both of them are 220. And like I said, this is a 1 horsepower, and the one that actually turns the barrel, I think, is a 3/4 horsepower. So those are really nice, strong motors. Most extractors, they're concaved up, and the honey runs from the center of the machine to the outside. But as you can see on this one, it's concave so that the honey, when it's flung from the outside walls and it drips down, it drips all the way to the center bottom. So there's no gathering of honey on the outside like almost all extractors do. So this is a really, really nice feature of it. This is the control panel for the extractor. And you have the first button right here. You'll turn the power on to the machine. That allows the electricity to go to both motors. The next switch right here, you can determine which way your barrel is going to be turning, whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise. And this is a really nice feature because then you don't have to turn your frames around. You just turn a switch instead of turning frames. So you turn your switch on. Now this switch right here is the which will actually turn on the pump for the to auger the honey out. Now none of the motors will be activated until you actually turn on the switches below them. And so this switch right here would be the switch for the honey pump, and this determines the speed of that. And so you'll see as soon as you turn this one on, you'll hear the motor pump kick on. All right. Then you want to set your speed for your extractor, and you set that. I've got it set up for like 30 when I started out, and then when you actually want to turn on the extractor, you've got a timer switch, which is right here, and you just turn that on, and as soon as you turn that on, the red light will come on indicating that the drum inside is spinning. Watch this. And there it's turning. So this is nice, easy control panel, and it very easy to work. So let's go ahead and get busy with doing our processing. So you all will be able to see the first time it's being used and see how good it works or how it doesn't work so good. So we're going to go ahead and run everything through our uncapping machine, and then it's really simple. I just load up the end, send it through. I can control it from right here, and then I'll load up the extractor. So follow along, and grace of God, we're going to have some honey at the end of this day. Here we go. Now here's our frames of honey. And all we do is we're going to set them on our uncapping machine. Some of them have more than the others. I'm going to turn on the motor. So this is what they look like after they go through here. Some of them have to get scraped off. Let me do that right now. Well, how about that? We loaded up the extractor. You can see. Now that the one thing that I haven't yet bolted the extractor down, so we're going to find out how much wobble it's got in it. And then these frames weren't all full, so I did have to put some empty frames in there. But we got 48 frames in there. We're going to turn this thing on and let's see how it works. Here we go. God help us. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's a spinner. This is our little plumbing deal. It just augers the honey from underneath the extractor, and hopefully it's just going to auger it out, and then it's going to dump it into the bucket right there. Let's turn it on and see how it works. There it comes. Now that's pretty slick. I'll go ahead and turn on the extractor right now and let everything run. Turned off the pump for the honey, because I don't want that bucket to fill up so much that I can't lift it up. So we're going to go ahead and let this extractor keep on spinning out for another 2 minutes or so. And I'm going to change up this bucket. It's about halfway full in there right now. So as our extractor is winding down, and this was the rotation that it was going before, once it stops, I'm going to go ahead and crank it up and reverse it. Let's see how that's going to work. Yep, turning the other way now. So this will fling out anything on the opposite side of that frames. let this run for 6 minutes. All right, just clicked off. So now it's going to be time to start pulling these frames out of here. Shut off our motor for the honey pump. Then we're going to grab our cart and we're going to start taking these frames out and put them in the boxes. There it is, unloaded, and now it's gonna, all these boxes are just gonna be pushed out and let the bees clean them out. Now you really can't tell probably from the view, but there's still a lot of honey inside the extractor. So I'm gonna let this thing sit overnight, and by that time all this honey that's all along the edges of the extractor and even on the bottom, it'll all run down into the hole in the bottom and be able to pump that up. So I'm not going to clean this part up right now, but I'll just wait and probably on Monday morning I'll come and do this. I'll drain tomorrow Sunday, so I'll let it drain all Sunday and clean it up on Monday. I want to show you what we wound up. How much honey we got from those little bitty frames. That bucket right there, it really doesn't have that much in it, probably. That thing has half a gallon in it. It's like this. Remember, the cappings are all in this stuff, so the cappings have to rise to the top. You skim those off, and then you filter the whole thing. But this bucket right here has probably got, I would say, a good 3 gallons of honey in it. And then from our uncapping machine, we probably got another, I don't know, maybe half a gallon of honey in that one. So we're pretty close to 4 gallons from all that, which isn't too bad considering it was all hodgepodge. But I can tell you this much, I do love the extractor. It is the nicest one I've ever used. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching, and I'll be making more. God bless. Mr. Ed, and I'm out of here till the next video.